Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while though, I would say. It's been a while. So today I will be touching Forex. As promised, I told you guys that this year I will be dropping videos on Forex, that is EURUSD, GBPUSD and DXY. I will be dropping videos on it, calling price moves the same way I'm doing on US 100. I will just have to include those three pairs, okay, or let me say two pairs and one index, okay. So with that being said, let's dive into what we have for the day. So if you can remember the last time on my last video, I was talking about the possibility of us getting to this buy side liquidity around 21,932.6. Although I didn't anchor my I was looking at this equal highs, okay, here, okay, but I think I failed to anchor it well, so that was why I called that price level. But I stated there that I was looking for this buy side liquidity up here, and you can see that we have it here. And I also stated that if we get real animated, that I'll be looking for this high right here, that is 22,132.6. check it in my last video, it was there, I stated it also. So having that being stated, I think I'll just have to remove this. So we're going to what we have today. Okay, probably I could keep this. So now, and also I stated how I wanted to see price stay at the upper half of this fair value gap inefficiency on the weekly time frame. That's what this blue shaded area is. That's inefficiency. Okay, I was saying that we can wick below, but I want the bodies to be closing at the upper half of it. Okay, and you can see how it respected the consequence encroachment of this fair value gap perfectly, then ran up. It took a while for us to get to this buy side. Honestly, it took a while, like it was kind of dirty though, okay, to be honest with you. But that was actually why it was hard. Like that was actually why I haven't made a video in a while also. I think that's part of it. Okay, I was waiting for those price level to be hit or negated, then I could make a video calling new price moves. So right now, since we have our targets hit right now, I'm still bullish on this pair. I'm not bearish yet. I'm still bullish. So even though our target has been hit, I'm still looking for higher prices. So let me go to the weekly time frame so we look out for what we have. So looking here, you can see how we respected 50% of this candle here, okay, which is also lower half, the low of this inefficiency here and here. The reason I added this the reason I didn't use this or that, because this is a volume imbalance, so I just had to add everything together and then call it one fair value gap, okay. And you see how it's respecting it here, okay, showing that the high prices I called were right, and I stated it's also in one of my videos. It's here there on the playlist. So now we are still looking for higher prices. So because we have some kind of dirty chart on the daily time frame, so I will be zooming out using this weekly time frame to call some price levels. I'll be using it for targeting. Okay, so let me use my fib. I'm looking at this low right here to this high. Okay, and I'm looking at the standard deviation is 0.5. Okay, it's 0.5. That's where I'm looking. So anchoring my fib from this low to this high, I'm looking at this price level as a target, okay. But this level I'm pointing now is a kind of terminus for me, like a far target, okay, that I have currently, looking at what price is delivering to us right now. Okay, so that is 22,009. Okay, let me remove this. Let me just use this. Okay, 22,924.4. So that's the kind of terminus of price I'm looking at. That doesn't mean that we are going to get to it next week, but it's just, I'm just framing it for a kind of possible drop, okay, next week. So now let me go down to the daily time frame. Okay, here we are. So I currently looking at what we have from this swing high to this low. Okay, you can see that we've just been playing within this range. You can see we go up, we failed to go below this low, going up, failing to go below this high, coming lower, running sell side liquidity, running up again, and coming all the way deep into this and weakening here. All these stuffs, this is just kind of slow price action. Even though you can trade intraday in it, but calling from daily time frame is kind of it's kind of choppy. So, but the moment you went above this, I was still considering this remaining portion of this fair value gap. So I'm expecting a kind of return into it to be used as an inversion fair value gap to send price higher into those levels I called. So I'm marking that out. So I'm looking at this fair value gap right here. Let me change the color to some kind of I think this would be okay. So I'm looking for a return into this fair value gap, and specifically I'm looking at this as an inversion fair value gap. Okay, so we're looking for a return into it, but specifically this, and also I'm still considering this new week opening gap here. Okay, I'm still considering it, but even if we are too weak into it, I don't want to see price go below it or even trade to the lower half of it. I prefer that we stay inside this inefficiency and also respect this inversion fair value gap also as well. That's what I'm expecting. Then that should send us into this price targets that I stated here. So now, for the sake of targeting, I'm looking at this swing low. This is this low that has this high here and high here. I'm looking at this low right here. Okay, so I'm extending it into this target. So this is the daily range. Okay, so for targets, I'm expecting this. So breaking down the targets that we have, I say I call this as terminus. That is as long-term target that I'm looking at, and also I'm looking at this also this particular price level right now that I spotted here. That is I'm looking at 20. Okay, I'm looking at 22,535.6. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, as a possible draw. Okay. Also, so while when we have it, we trade into this inefficiency right here, I'm expecting kind of price to push towards this, and this would be kind of first take profit, and then this would be the last one kind of. So we can also split this into four, but no need for that. But let me just call this price level at 22,535.6. That's the target we're looking for. Okay, for next week, possibly next week. Okay, and then we're looking to use this inefficiency to send price low up to send price higher, and also this inversion fair value gap. We're expecting it can wick into this new week opening gap. It can do that. It's very possible if it wants to go wild. Okay, but I just want the bodies to be closing inside this inefficiency. Okay, this pink, that should be pink, right, or purple. That's pink. So I'm expecting price to be closing inside it. Okay, and then sending us into this. So also, reason why I spotted that high, this 20,924.4, was also looking at this low, anchoring my field from this low to this high, from this low to this high. Okay, so anchoring my field from this low to this high, because we are dealing with this range. Okay, this is what the range that we're dealing with. This is where price retraced into and then started seeking for higher prices. So for targeting, I can use this, and also you can see also I'm looking at this level also. Okay, that is 22,284.5. Also, this is also a target. So these are places we can take partial profits. So assuming I was able to divide, assuming I divided this price run into two, I would have this level probably at the lower half of it also. Okay, but no need for that. Let's just focus directly on this. Okay, for the week. So that's what I'm looking at on this. So with that being said, let's go to Forex. So I'll go to DXY. So this is the DXY, the weekly time frame. This is okay, this is a weekly time frame. So I was This fair value gap we have here is a fair value gap on the daily time frame. This right here, fair value gap on the daily time frame. So right now, I think we are kind of likely to get to this sell side liquidity. That's where I see as a drop on liquidity. Okay. Sell side, sorry. Sell side liquidity. So that's around 105.430. That's drawn liquidity on this. So, and initially I was looking at how we are working off of this on this other block right here. So I was watching how price bounced off of it, and right now in the weekly time, when I go down to daily time frame, I'll show you guys more about this reason why I'm expecting it to act as an inversion, like I'm looking for this price. Okay, so right now in the weekly time frame, this is another block, so we could have a retracement into it and then drop lower. So let me go down to the daily time frame. So now looking here, this is a breaker block. Okay, this is a high, low, high, high. So when we traded into it here, initially in the last video, I think I called the level, I called this low when we are somewhere up here. I called the possibility of getting below this sell side liquidity. Okay, sometime around January, I called that level. So now we traded into this breaker and we ran up. So initially I was waiting for a proper confirmation, okay, if we are going higher or lower. So when we created this, I was expecting kind of price to run off and go for higher prices, but as you can see, we dropped lower, so making us have this breaker as kind of an inversion. Okay, so a price going into this level, I'm not seeing it as something that will send price higher, but rather I'm seeing it as a kind of weakening to it to send price lower into the sell side liquidity. Okay, so now the breaker is kind of acting as an inversion breaker. That's the idea. Okay, so this also is a new day opening gap, so I'm expecting kind of tracement into this fair value gap also, and also this new day opening gap. So these are stocks I'm looking at right now. So this inefficiency and this inefficiency and this gap right here, new day opening gap. So expecting a tracement into it and then send price going low. Okay, so now, and also on the weekly, I forgot to spot that. I don't want to see price go or close above 50% of this other block. I just wanted to use this portion of it and then drop. That's what I want to see there. So let's move to GBPUSD. So if we are bearish on the DXY, or we are kind of looking for a low to be hit as a target, that makes sense if we are looking for a high to be hit on the EURUSD or GBPUSD. Okay, because it's just like a mirror of it. That's what it's just like. So you can see how we took out the sell side liquidity below here and then we run higher. This is the balanced price range, price traded into it, and then you can see how the bodies are respecting the high of this inefficiency right here. You can see, right? And then sending us high. So I'm expecting higher prices on this. Let me go down to daily time frame and be more specific to my entries. So this is a fair value gap here, and this also is another block, series of down close candles. So as you traded into this inefficiency on the weekly time frame and then displays higher, I like this inefficiency right here, this fair value gap. I love it. And also this other block, series of down close candles, I love it also. So I'm expecting some kind of retracement into this and possibly tapping into this other block and then sending us up into this buy side liquidity up here. Okay, now for the EURUSD, going up to the weekly, we traded into this inefficiency. We ran this sell side below here, traded into inefficiency, okay, and then ran up and we return to this other block, this last down close candle right here. See how the bodies respect it and then run up. So since we're looking for higher prices on GBPUSD, we're also looking for higher prices on EURUSD, and we're looking for lower prices on DXY. So with that being said, I like this breaker right here. Okay, you can see with this, I'm looking at the bodies right now. I'm not looking at the wicks because these wicks are too long. So I'm looking at the bodies. I'm looking at this last up close candle right here. That's the breaker block. Okay, and also I'm looking at this other block right here. This here. Okay, the black candle, the open. Okay, I mean this high. That's what I'm looking at also. So which is also kind of the 50% of this breaker block that we have here. So I'm expecting a kind of retracement into it, and then possibly we run into this buy side liquidity. So levels on this is 20, I mean sorry 20 what levels on this is 1 on EURUSD price target is 1.06297, and on GBPUSD is 1.28132. So I think I've covered everything for the day. So please guys, try subscribe and like this video. If you find this insightful, share also. I'll be doing more of this all throughout this year, just like I said. So this is just a part of it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video also. And I wish you guys good luck and good trading for the week. Peace guys.